And we are back with the Enders game on Blu-ray tournament presented by MLG and Game On. I am Katz, and this is actually Iagus of Root Gaming. At Root Iagus is his Twitter. He is a fantastic Terran player from Australia, and he has a pretty cool beard. He will be joining me for the cast until Steven Manolo II returns. So we are ready to jump into Kane against Major, TVC, Habitation Station. Iagus, tell me all about it. Not because I want to eat or anything, but because I want to hear your thoughts on it.
I mean, incidentally, I do see half of a Chipotle burrito bowl there. But, yeah, alright, Habitation Station, TVZ. The two biggest features for this map, I feel, number one is obviously the gold base. Pardon me a moment.
Yeah, put it on Rob's.
Yep. Number one is obviously the gold base, which provides all the extra income, which is like, which means you need fewer workers, so it's easy to get saturated, and more money means more Marines. And it's easier for Terran to secure the gold. But there are some builds where Zerg can try and take it, and they might move into like roaches really quickly to push horizontally, because it's a very short push distance. It's very easy for Terran to push it. And if Terran are making siege tanks, they can siege down like from the ridge very easily. It's very abusive. So it's sort of risky for Zerg to try and take the gold, but they might. And the second feature I find is all the airspace around the main and natural. Like, it's almost impossible to stop the Overlord getting to the other side of the main, and there's a lot of just random airspace for it to sit. And combined with the first Overlord getting on the other side of your main and the second and third additional Overlords just floating over, there's a high likelihood that whatever build you go for, the Zerg's going to figure out what it is exactly. So I find opening on this map kind of difficult.
So would you say that this is a map where it would be maybe best to just go for a standard opener, 3cc, and make sure you don't get all in? Something along those lines? Or
yeah, like something like that, yeah, sure. I mean, if you're gonna try and hide something like Banshee, the little tip just below the natural is usually where I try to hide the starport, because the Overlords often are not there. Sometimes they are though, and I just lose, and it's annoying.
Faux Shizzle. What about the players? Who do you think is gonna take this match?
Well, Major, as I just saw from the result, just took out Scarlet, so he's probably feeling really comfortable in his TVZ. I didn't watch the game, so I don't know if he just metagamed her, because I know she likes the drone.
Why didn't you watch the games?
I was asleep.
Must be nice.
Must be.
Okay. So, everything pretty standard so far. It looks like we're gonna see a one Reaper opener. I was saying earlier, a lot of Terrans like to open with two Reapers most of the time, I would say. Would you say that if you're gonna open with one Reaper on any map, it should be this one?
Well, he's opening with two, so
yeah, but just in general.
I think Major was listening, wants to make you look silly. Yeah, this is
no, he actually opened with two on this map as well last time.
Oh, okay.
But traditionally, like yesterday...
Yeah, I opened one Reaper on this map.
Yeah, usually. Yesterday and before, he always opens with one Reaper almost on every map. And then randomly, he chose to open three Reapers on this map, which I found rather strange.
Well, if you're going to open like more than one Reaper, it's got to be a map that has a lot of abusable cliff space, so you can just leap up randomly and kill drones. And this is not that map.
No, this is probably the worst map for jumping.
Yeah, there's barely any distance to jump in safely. Like, they're going to have Queens and Lings covering it, so you don't get a lot of scouting information, and you don't...
Yeah, basically, once the Reapers exit the natural,
they rarely get back in.
Yeah.
Generally not. So the only reason why I'd want to be making additional Reapers is for Queen Harass with Hellions later. He's making 3, actually.
Yep. Just like last game, he did this against Scarlet as well.
He actually put quite a bit of pressure on those drones, though.
Yeah, he did good. He did good with them. That's why I was surprised. Juan had it as a general rule up until yesterday, as far as I'm concerned, to make only one Reaper, and I never knew why. But I guess he's discovered that more than one Reaper can be a beautiful thing.
Yeah, those two Reapers have done a lot of work for him.
Yeah, his micro is fantastic early on.
Well, like Mage's in the Skype, in the Zerg chat with all the other Zergs, right? Maybe he's just been lying to them.
Oh, it's possible. Just like oh, I opened.
Yeah, I only open one Reaper every game.
Yeah.
And comes 3 Reapers.
Yeah, he didn't do all that much against Scarlet, but he did pretty okay against Kane here, I think, with the 3 Reapers. Also, Kane had to be watching the games against Scarlet, but I'm not sure how much that matters, because Terran, for the most part, is pretty straightforward, I would say. Now...
Yeah, I think execution matters more than strategy, as long as you, like... Yeah, as long as you're not doing something too weird. Like, he's just doing the most normal 3 command center build.
Yeah. And what I'm curious to see is if he's gonna go mech. I think that's what Kane is expecting. We see Kane already dropping the Roach Warren. But that's what he did against Scarlet. And Major is...
a Reaper 3cc opener?
Yeah.
Well, he's making stim, so I don't think it's mech.
Oh, it's not gonna be mech. But that's what he did on this map.
Okay, because that's an unusual mech opener. Most, like, Major...
That's what he did, right, Rob? Last time? 3 Reapers into mech on this map?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, of course he didn't get snipped.
Well, that's kind of interesting since, like, Major plays very Korean-like. And
Yeah, I think he won Banshee, though.
Yeah, exactly. Most Korean mech openers are really aggressive. Banshee,
Yeah.
Hellion, Blue Flame. They rarely just passive and greedy.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I think that Kane was expecting mech because I'm sure he was watching the series against Scarlet, and Major is not the kind of player to switch it up, especially on the fly. He's a very mechanical player, and he usually has things that he thinks are best, and that's what he does. So, I'm pleasantly surprised to see that he's changing the strategy.
Whoa, that was a... And where did he go with those Hellions? He tried to, like, run past the Roaches. Anyway, he's pretty much detected this is a Roach Bane timing. There's not that much Roaches. I think what I saw this in 4GG vs Jaedong at Asus ROG the other day.
Yep.
Where Jaedong went for this Roach Bane timing, but he didn't commit too heavily to it. Like, he already had his third up.
I mean, this is an all-in.
The timing didn't do very much damage, but he was able to transition quite quickly out of it.
That's maybe because he's Jaedong, but this is an all-in as far as I'm concerned. There's no follow-up on the tech side of things for Zerg. There's no upgrades.
Yeah, it's still making lanes.
And even the worker count is lower than the Terran. So I think he has to do a lot of damage.
Yeah, you're right. I guess that was just Jaedong.
Yeah, it's just Jaedong being Jaedong. And so the Banelings get a great hit there towards the end. But not gonna be able to get inside, and
no,
he is
inside.
reinforcing. Oh, yeah. Alright. Not right away.
This is really difficult to hold as Terran, but it is kind of possible. Those Banelings shouldn't have got all the good hits by the
This
end
is
of
great bunker. The bunker might do it.
Yeah, actually, you're right.
And it doesn't really matter if he loses a bunch of SCVs. He hasn't lost almost any SCVs.
No, he didn't, because he didn't.
Wow.
He pulled barely any, like when the first round of Banelings.
Yeah,
hit.
look at the units lost. 1,000 resources extra lost by Kane so far.
And Kane focused on that bunker.
Still action at the natural, Rob, from production. Yep, not gonna be able to break that bunker either. Great job, great hold by Major, and I don't know what Kane can do from here. I don't think there's much that he can do.
I don't think Kane should have been targeting that bunker in the main though.
Yeah. Of course, supply can be pretty deceiving. He is starting 1-1 upgrades just now. He's gonna steer away from roaches, and I guess what Kane is looking to do here is drone and hope that Major does not move out. And so Kane's gonna be taking a major risk here. No pun intended. He's just actually gonna drone up and hope for the best. He's basically gonna say, if you don't attack me in the next 2 or 3 minutes, I will have a chance at coming back into this game.
Yeah, but he's gonna need some really good Baneling hits to win.
Yeah.
I don't think, like, straight up Major's armies should always be stronger, and with Medivacs he can hit the main because it's gonna be a long time before Mutalisks.
Yep, the
This
lair
gonna
is
be
almost
very
completed now.
Kane.
Kane will actually be ahead in upgrades of Juanito. But yeah, it's definitely an uphill battle for him. Juan even taking the gold right away, this is going to be huge for him.
I think he's probably saturated his 2 bases at this point. Even after the attack, he has that many SCVs.
Yeah, he had a lot of SCVs.
Yeah, 53, that's 2 saturated bases. Go take the gold. Good play.
And pushing forward, just carrying some creep.
He needs to start his armory soon, or his +2 attack's going to be delayed. And one of his advantages right now is supposed to be good upgrades. Actually, well, it's not, but
Yeah,
you'd like to think it is.
indeed. Kane will be going for a Roach Baneling composition. I actually like this quite a bit. Those are the kind of compositions that clear everything on the ground, and then if they're able to push into the turns natural and pass their army, they can win. But if they're not able to completely crush the army on the ground, even if it's a close fight, then the turn is going to have a much easier time dealing with it later, because they'll have always residual medevacs, residual stuff that, you know, is gonna matter for future engagements, whereas the Zerg is gonna be looking to trade all of their army. Plus, this army has no real way of dealing with drops and multi-pronged harass, so it's kind of a one-hit wonder. And we'll see if Kane can make it happen.
It's interesting because Kane has seen. Oh dear. Major has seen all the additional roaches, but he hasn't thrown down bunkers, and it's really hard to stop this without siege tanks or bunkers.
Yeah.
Until you
Not
have like
even
a
Marauders.
huge bio
He does
army.
have a lot of mines, I think.
Yeah, unless you got like a huge amount of mines and marauders, like just pure marine is not very good against this.
Yeah. After losing his third, Kane is absolutely and completely only on this attack. There's the additional bunkers a little bit late, as you mentioned it before. A lot of banelings coming in. I wouldn't mind some of these SUVs being sacrificed even just to banelings. The mines are going to do a decent job. Oh, and the SUVs are going to be sort of sacrificed here, trying to hold the charge. But what are they buffering for? Not very much. At the same time, Major is moving into King's Natural. Let's not forget that Major still has the gold, so he's probably building defense there. But getting his units to that defense is going to be another problem.
No, he's got 5 marines in a bunker and a warlock.
Yeah.
Kane's going to need banelings to crack through that. And any banelings he's making right now to defend his main.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is no longer actually being attacked. He picked up and was flying out.
Yep.
Yeah, I think
yeah.
Major is comfortably ahead now. He held.
Is he? Kane has 62 drones to Major's 22 SUVs.
It's going to be hard. Yeah, but like, Major's army right now is big enough that as soon as he's done clearing all this out, he's just going to counterattack, and it's going to be really hard for Major to hold. So for Kane to hold.
Yeah.
Kane's going to need like another minute or two to produce everything he needs. Major's not going to give it to him.
Also, every command center still standing, so meals are going to help out quite a bit. And
It should be a good amount of those.
yeah, like you said, the difference in workers is also going to translate into an even bigger advantage for Major.
Well, it's not
in the army tab.
Well, it's not so bad for Major because he's got plenty of supply left. I don't know if he started 2-2 yet. Has he? Okay.
Yeah, but like look at the army. Look at the army values.
Oh yeah, his army's huge. I'm not.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I know, like I said, it's gonna be really hard to hold. But the thing is like when you've got, even when it looks like Terran doesn't have that much money, like not that many workers, if all his infrastructure's in place and he's only making units, he actually doesn't need that much economy. It's surprising.
Oh yeah, I know. No, it's not. It's disgusting. That's the word that's the word you were looking for.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. It was disgusting.
Of course, I guess this is a Terran player.
Terran for life.
Terran called Shizzle. And yeah, Major being pretty hesitant about moving in. I guess he really just wanted to snipe this base and play it safe.
Yeah,
with
it's
his
true.
advantage. He's,
Like, he lost a ton of workers. He really needs to be hitting Kane right now.
right? Yeah. I guess he's comfortable in the macro game. Even if it goes towards macro game, he will have an advantage, I think. Even with the worker disadvantage he had.
Yeah, he's been spending most of the money in workers, I guess, just refilling his mineral lines. He's actually like ahead in supply against someone who's making roaches, so you can't say he's behind in any way, really.
Yeah. No, yeah, not in any way. Lots of mines as well. This is going to be annoying for
Good
him to
mine
deal with.
spread.
Yeah, very nice. Those mines are going to trade cost efficiently here no matter what.
Mines usually do.
Yeah, they do. It's disgusting. And yeah, this is going to be, I think, Kane's last attack here. He might just do it after this.
Yep.
Bailing getting focus fired. Nice job by Major. A lot of medevacs left, and this is what I was talking about. Those medevacs never need to be remade because there's no meter or anything on the air that can clear them. So they're never at a threat, and Major actually still producing some medevacs. I'm not
He's
sure
on
why.
autopilot, that's why.
Yeah, he's on autopilot.
It's like you've got dots on your production that aren't like being lit up because you're not making, and you need to fix that.
Yeah.
That's how Terran works.
I mean, yeah, against Meta it makes a lot more sense. Those medevacs are dying almost every engagement. But against this army composition, he's at 13 medevacs now. 13 with 2 more.
This double drop is good.
So,
Sending it out whilst he was still getting attacked because he felt confident he could easily defend.
Yeah.
Now he's just killed all the drones. This one is gone.
what a kid.
So now he's stuck making only roaches. That's depressing.
Well played by Kane, and that's gonna be game 1 going towards Major. A good game.
Indeed.
You just try to click something and missed?
No, I didn't miss.
Oh. Impressive. So, we're gonna head into game 2 here pretty shortly after this 90-second commercial break.